What does that even mean, Bauer's Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, another special Kickstarter review. And today I'm very excited to be checking out In a Bind from, give me a second, Beruz Shariari. I love that name, by the way. This is currently on a Kickstarter near you right now, and it could definitely use your help. But what are you going to be doing in a bind? You're going to be having cards that are going to be telling you to do seemingly simple things like put your thumb down and cover your eyeball. And then you're like, oh wait, I have to still keep drawing cards and keep doing more and more difficult things until your whole body is eventually, well, in a bind. If you can be the last person who's left in that bind and still playing, well, you'll be the winner. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up and see how it plays. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of In a Bind. First and foremost, I do want to mention this is the promotional copy I have in front of me. The copy that goes to you is obviously going to look quite different. For instance, these are on the back of Magic the Gathering cards. I'm assuming that's not what they're going with in the final version of the game. So first and foremost, we have a handy-dandy rule book. It is 3 pages, single-sided, full color, so it's about a page and a half if you're going double-sided. It's a very, very simple game. The rule booklet does its job very well. I hope they include a couple more variants at the end of the rule book, but I'll get more into that at the end of the video. So, how does the gameplay work? Let's get into it. You're going to have cards, and more cards, and that's all you're going to have. You're going to have a stack of cards. And on these cards, it's going to tell you to do various different things. So this one says, this card between 2 fingers on your left hand. So it also shows what you're going to do. So if you got that card, you would have to put this card between your 2 fingers right here. Let's take a look at another card. This one says, left hand above your left elbow. So what does that mean? Let's figure this out. Where's your hand? Right here. Where's your elbow? Right here. That means you lose. You don't lose. You have to keep your hand above the elbow. But you also notice that I still have this card in my hand. So not only do you have to follow all the rules of all the cards that you have. So let's just keep doing this. So next one. This card needs to be touching your nose. So now I could do this if I wanted to. I could have it on my nose. So that's what the cards are going to be telling you to do. So how does the gameplay work? Quite simple. You're going to have your stack of cards. You're going to shuffle them up. And then you are going to deal out 2 cards to each player. So each player is going to get 2 cards. Now you're going to place the deck within reach of everyone else. Now can you reach this? Okay, you got it? Good. And then the person who owns the game is going to decide who goes first. Now, you have to make sure that the 2 cards are in your hand or connected to your hand in some way, shape, or form throughout the entire game, or else you're out of the game. This is a player elimination game. In order to win this game, what you have to do is be the last person standing, doing all your crazy different poses that you have to do, but at the same time also being able to hold your cards, draw a new card, and play your cards out. So what's going to happen is you've got your 2 cards. You're going to play one of those in front of one person. So you play it in front of someone, and then they would read it out loud, and it would say, left wrist bent. So for the rest of the game, that person that's my right wrist, has to bend their left wrist. They have to bend it in some way, shape, or form, or else they lose the game. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw back up to 2 cards, and then the person that you attacked with your card is going to play one of their 2 cards on someone else. They cannot play it on the person that just attacked him. You have to so you can't have this like back and forth. However, you're going to see that the turn order is actually going to be popcorn. So you might attack player C, and then player C will attack player B, and then player B will attack player A, and then player A will attack player D. So it's going to be going all around the board. But you're going to be drawing cards, playing cards, concocting your body, striking a pose, doing all that different stuff. And the person who can continue to not only have both their cards in their hands, continue to draw new cards and play cards on other people while still doing all the crazy stuff they have to do, like covering their eyes and putting stuff on their shoulders and touching their armpits, doing all that is going to be the winner In a Bind. And that is how In a Bind is played. Alrighty then, In a Bind from Beruz Shariari. I know I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First on the con side, if you don't like player elimination games, this game might not be for you. Also, if you are morbidly obese, quadriplegic, or missing an eye, this game might not be for you. That sounds like I'm joking, but I'm being completely serious here. Last but not least, if you're only into like Euro games or war games, like really dry things that last for multiple hours, this one might not be for you. That's all I got. let's go over the pros. I like this game a lot. I like this game an awful lot, and I want to see this one get funded because it is a blast and a half to play. It really clicks on all cylinders, and the best thing about this game is I think it completely fits with just about every single gaming group except for the quadriplegic, the one-eyed, and the really heavy war and Euro gamers. Why do I say that? Because it fits every bill. If you're looking for a game that you can bust out on a family game night, play with your kids and your wife and have fun, this is it. If you're looking for a game that you can take to a teen camp, a youth retreat, anything like that with 8 to 15-year-old kids, maybe even older, this fits the bill. If you're looking for a nice, light, filler game for when you're waiting for someone to get to a bigger game, this fits the bill. If you're looking for a great party game where you can have a couple drinks and just do crazy stuff with your body and contort and get into a bind, sorry for the terrible pun, this one fits the bill. This game really just all encompasses. But I will say there is a caveat with that. The rules that are in the game, they're perfectly acceptable rules, but they're definitely more aimed towards gamers, towards more of an older crowd where you're actively trying to eliminate people by playing cards on them. The version that I played with my preschoolers, which is another reason why I absolutely adore this game, because I was playing with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds who had a blast with it. Obviously we had to make some exceptions like taking out left and right hand. Was that, we played a version of it where each person just took turns drawing a card and playing in front of it and then doing what they did. So it'd say, oh, put your finger on your nose and then put a finger in your armpit, do this and that. And we just kept going around the circle. So that's definitely the version that I'd recommend if you're playing with younger kids or with, more casual, laid-back people. However, the rules in the game I definitely think are aimed at more of an older crowd where you're trying to actively knock each other out. What am I trying to say here, though, is In a Bind is fantastic. This is one of the best Kickstarter games that I've gotten, and it's super simple. It's upper body Twister, essentially. It's just fun, zany, good times, lightning quick, super simple to learn, super simple to teach. I bet you can have this game up and ready to play in under 2 minutes. It's just boom, 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 shuffle them up, deal out the cards. You're gonna play cards on other people, then you're gonna draw a card, and then they're gonna have to do stuff, and then you're gonna keep doing that until there's only one person left who's doing what they should be doing. Overall, In a Bind, fantastic game. It's on Kickstarter right now. It could definitely use your help. I cannot recommend it enough if you were looking for a great family game, if you're looking for a great filler game, or if you're looking for a great party game. It really does fit all those bills. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on the subscribe link down below. If this game looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to click on the Kickstarter link below. And in the comments below, let me know what your perfect game is. What's your game that you can bust out in just about any situation and it always hits the mark? Because I definitely think In a Bind is that kind of game. If you enjoyed this review, though, thanks for your time. That didn't make sense. Sorry for butchering your name.
That was the review for In a Bind. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.